Hey guys, how's it going? This is Connor in sales here at Riders Harley-Davidson, and we have some advice for you. Welcome to Sales Advice. Hey guys, how's it going? Connor in sales here at Riders Harley-Davidson with Leah, sales manager here at Riders Harley-Davidson. Thanks for tuning in to Sales Advice. And this is a topic that is kind of near and dear to us, something that we have been noticing more recently. At our last Riders Rally, we saw a significant amount of sport bikes here. And we love you guys. We think you guys are fantastic. We love all motorcycles here. And this is something we've been wanting to talk about for a while. The transition of sport bike to Harley Davidson. When it would make sense for you, what kind of bike would keep you entertained, and maybe some similarities between the two. Leah, this is where I'm really going to want you to chime in. I know you have big motorbikes, big horsepower, sporty Harley Davidsons. What kind of styles are you seeing sport bike guys gravitate towards? And what kind of features are you relating towards that sport bike scene?
So I see a lot of the guys going towards the lowrider S's. They've got the bigger motor. That's one of the things they look for with a 117. They've got the better front end out of all the bikes, I personally think. They also got dual disc brakes. That's another plus. You do have your safety features. Some guys care about that, some don't, but it's a nice thing to have when you do have a bigger bike, having the RDRS.
So that's something I think we can definitely agree on. Seeing sport bike guys transition to Harley Davidson, that show a front end that Harley has, the inverted forks, the dual disc brakes, and even more ground clearance. The Lowrider S has more ground clearance than most of these other Harleys. I know sport bike guys love to lean, they love to get down in the corners. Having that 180 tire, which is identical size to most sport bikes, I think that is an excellent recommendation. And on a sales side of it, that is what we really see. Lowrider S's, Lowrider STs if you're touring. Even sometimes we see a couple Rev Max motors in there. Leah, what is your experience with a Rev Max Harley Davidson?
So with the Rev Max, I've only been able to test ride one. I don't own one, but I actually loved the lightness of that bike and how quick it is. You can already just get on it and go. You don't have to worry about putting a cam or anything crazy in it. Just get on, ride, and go.
Yeah, the Nightster and Nightster Special really kind of lend themselves to that classic Harley Davidson styling. You are getting 92 horsepower out of the box, which is similar to 600, some 600s, R7s, that kind of thing. And I do love that it's 480 pounds, which if we're going from a 400-pound sport bike, making that transition to a cruiser would be a lot easier that route. Most guys, though, they are wanting to, when they get to Harley Davidson, they want more of that cruising, a little more two up. Maybe they have a girlfriend or a wife now. And that's where Lowrider S and ST really kind of play into it. And if some guys even really lean into the baggers, and we're starting to see that whole craze of performance baggers, that's something that is more my speed. Obviously, I am not a small guy, and I need a big motorcycle. So performance baggers are great. They are more costly, so the transition can be a little rough on the pocketbook, but that is another alternative. Big cams, tall suspension, lots of ways to spend lots of money. So, Leah, this is something that I know is concerning for a lot of people. Seat height can be something that a lot of people get intimidated about. I know the weight of a Harley Davidson. We know that you race motocross, you've ridden sport bikes. How did you settle into riding Harley Davidson? What was one of those defining features that really made it work for you?
So my biggest thing being 5 foot nothing has been putting Legend air rides on all my bikes. It's helped me tremendously. Touching, it's not necessarily touching when I'm taking off, it's the backing up for me. I can touch on a bike, I feel comfortable even if I'm not fat footed, but having that extra little bend in my knees makes a total difference in my confidence.
So, in your opinion, then, Harley Davidson makes it far more easy and accessible for those that are inseam challenged, something that we can customize and really tailor that experience for. So, man, woman, child, don't care. More than likely, we can fit you to a Harley Davidson, especially coming from a sport bike. There's a lot of people that ride those bikes. They're light, but they're very tall, and we see them tiptoeing around. If you want to be a little more sure-footed, this could be an avenue that give you a little more confidence when you're on the road or you're coming across those wonderful stops where there's some gravel on the ground, a little bit uncertain terrain. I know a lot of people are concerned coming from a sport bike to a Harley Davidson that, man, I'm going to be losing a bunch of power and I just can't get that same thrill of speed or sense of speed anymore. Leah, in your experience with all the big inch motors that you've done, how do you feel as far as like speed comparison? Why are you still able to get that smile on your face and get that adrenaline pumping?
Absolutely. So I just got done building a street bob. It started out as a 117 and it is now a 128. By far the most fun bike I've built, and that's easily achievable just adding in some parts, doing some more upgrades, and going into the motor. A lot of people don't want to do that to a bike because they're scared, but if you do it, you're going to love it.
So if you're willing to put a little bit more time and effort into your Harley Davidson, you can really kind of achieve any kind of horsepower numbers. I don't have the fattest wallet, but I put a nice S&S cam in my bike. We're able to achieve 120-ish horsepower at the wheel. Respectable for what it is, but if you want to take that extra step and you need to get that more power, there's a lot of avenues for ensuring that you can get that smile on your face. Well, just watch out for troopers. It's just there's plenty of easy ways to go to jail. We don't want to see people do that. But yes, horsepower is definitely a Harley Davidson thing. I mean, this brand was started racing. I mean, we were kind of one of the guys back then. And we're seeing it more and more now. I mean, especially with the stunt crowd, Harley Davidson is pushing forward. There's a lot of big names in the stunt world that are riding Harley now, and we love to see it. Something we hear guys talking about a lot too is riding position on these sport bikes. It's very, very aggressive. You're leaned over, got to really have a strong core or strong arms just to hold yourself up. And I know for all day riding, it's not super comfortable. And that's where we see a lot of guys want to start transitioning to Harley Davidson. We'll cut to some B-roll of sitting on a sport bike, sitting on a Harley, kind of get a rough idea. I would equate sport bike to more of like an attack position, whereas riding a Harley it's almost like sitting in a chair. Legs sometimes at 90 degrees, arms out in front of you, kind of just being able to survey everything.
All right, guys. Now that you've heard from me and Connor, come on down, meet my guys, take a look at the bikes, feel them, take them for test rides. If you have your endorsement, see the bikes, everything before you buy it. My guys would love to help you out.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Sales Advice this time. And please feel free, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube, follow us on social media, and throw some suggestions out there. I mean, these videos are meant for everyone. We want some discussion happening. Throw your opinions out there. And you know what they say about opinions. Anyways, got any questions? Call Riders Harley-Davidson, and we'll be here for you. Yeah, I kind of butchered that, but hey.